The average American home has over 300,000 items in it, and we're still bringing more in every day. No wonder staying organized feels impossible. In this video, I'll show you how to set up simple, sustainable systems that prevent clutter from coming back, so your home can finally stay tidy without constant effort. In case you're new here, I'm Dr. Kelly Cosgrove, and I help overwhelmed people build consistent, healthy routines by combining science-backed strategies with home organization. Here's what you'll learn in this video: why most organizing systems fail and how to build one that actually sticks, simple daily and weekly habits that keep your home from spiraling back into clutter, and a mindset shift that makes tidying feel easier and more worth it than ever before. Let's start out with a visualization. You walk in the door, your keys go on the table, your bag goes on the floor, the mail goes on the counter, and suddenly your system is broken. Or maybe it wasn't a system to begin with. It's so easy for clutter to take over when there's no clear home for your stuff. In this video, I'll help you learn how to create simple systems that actually work so you can finally stay organized long term, even if you failed before. Let's get started. The first step is to clarify your goals and priorities. Before we even talk about systems or routines, we need to get clear on what you want from your space. For some people, the goal is a beautiful, Pinterest-perfect home. For others, it's simply not feeling overwhelmed every time they look around. So ask yourself, what would staying organized actually do for me? How do I want my home to feel? What's the most important thing for me? Function, aesthetics, ease of use? When you know your priorities, you can build systems and habits that match your life, not someone else's idea of what your home should look like. Your version of organization might mean labeled bins and perfect shelves, or it might mean just knowing where things go and having clear counters. Both are valid. Start where you are and with what matters most to you. Next, we can create systems that get ahead of clutter. Here's the truth. Organization isn't about cleaning harder, it's about thinking ahead. The best systems are proactive. They're designed to prevent clutter before it piles up. Let's say you always toss your bag on the floor when you get home. Instead of trying to remember not to do that, give yourself a system that makes the right action automatic. A hook by the door, a drop zone that actually works for your routine. The goal is to reduce friction and make tidiness the default, not a chore. Think of it like setting up bumpers in a bowling lane. Systems guide your behavior in the direction you want to go. One of my clients used to have a pile of mail on the kitchen counter that stressed her out every day. We didn't just say, put your mail away. We set up a two-tiered tray by the door. One section for incoming mail, one section for things that required action. We also put a small recycling bin in the corner next to her mail station so she could immediately get rid of all of her junk mail. Problem solved. She didn't let her mail pile up until it became an overwhelming burden because she had an easy-to-use system that made it easy for her to deal with her mail in real time. She stopped having to think so much to deal with her mail, and that's the magic. The next step is to be ruthless about what you let into your home. I hate to break it to you, but you cannot organize your way out of owning too much stuff. Most systems break down because we're asking them to contain too many things. If you've ever felt like no matter how many bins you buy, it still doesn't feel manageable, this is probably why. In a time where shopping and acquiring new things is easier than ever, it's so hard to be intentional about your belongings, but this is a foundational thing that is so important to get good at. Here are a few tricks that I use. Number 1, when you're faced with an opportunity to bring something new into your home, ask yourself 2 questions. First, what value will this add to my life? And second, where will I keep it? Asking yourself these questions is especially important when dealing with things you can get for free. Whether it's something a friend is giving away, a free desk you saw outside of a house in your neighborhood, or swag at a professional conference. These things are so much more likely to end up in your home when they shouldn't because you don't have the financial consideration of whether it's worth your money or not. But your space is extremely valuable too, so don't give it up for things that are not worth it. Number 2, the one in, one out rule. Especially with things like clothes, toys, or pantry items. If you buy something new, something else has to go. In my closet, I have a set number of hangers and I have resolved not to buy any more. This naturally enforces the one in, one out rule for hanging clothes. Being more intentional about what you bring into your home means you won't constantly feel like you're trying to stay ahead of an avalanche. Next, you'll want to designate homes for everything. One of the biggest reasons clutter builds up is that items don't have a designated home. If something doesn't have a clear, obvious place to go, it's going to float around your house and land wherever. That's how you end up with chargers on the coffee table, paperwork in the kitchen, and mystery objects in random drawers. Every single item in your home should have a home base, and that home should be consistent. You don't want to move it unless it's not working. Accessible, your things should be easy to put away and easy to get to, and clearly labeled if necessary. Use bins, dividers, labels, containers, whatever works for your brain. Even if you're not organizing for looks, you should be organizing for function. The next thing you'll want to focus on is an important mindset shift. Do it now, don't postpone. One of the most powerful changes you can make is shifting from, I'll deal with that later, to, I'll just take care of it right now. Oftentimes, the task is smaller than we make it out to be in our brain. Washing the dishes right after dinner? 10 minutes or less. Folding that pile of laundry on the couch? Less than 5 minutes. Opening that mail you've been avoiding? Maybe 2 minutes. The more you train yourself to act in the moment, the less your tasks pile up and the less effort everything takes over time. Start small. Just one habit a day where you say, I'll do it right now. Now let's talk about some daily habits to help keep clutter at bay. These don't need to be fancy, they just need to happen regularly. Here are a few habits that I recommend building into your daily routine. Do the dishes right after dinner. Even if you're tired, it's such a gift to your future self. Clear counters and drop zones before bed. Even just 5 minutes makes your home feel fresh in the morning and prevents things from getting out of hand if they're not dealt with for too long. Sort mail or papers daily. Toss junk mail immediately and have a home for the rest. Tidy one small area before you relax. Making your space feel cozy and relaxing can feel like a reset button. None of this is about perfection. It's about creating a rhythm that makes clutter less likely in the first place. Now let's talk about some weekly habits that you can use for a fresh start each week. Think of these like a mini reset to help keep things on track. Here's what to build into your weekly rhythm. Designate a reset night. Clean out the fridge, plan meals, restock your staples. Do a quick sweep of clutter hotspots. Pick a surface that's been collecting stuff and clear it. Do a laundry and linens check. Do you have what you need clean and ready for the week? Evaluate recurring clutter. Is there one item that you keep finding out of place or one zone that keeps getting messy? That's your clue that something in your system needs adjusting. Remember, staying organized long-term doesn't mean being perfect. It means having flexible systems that adjust with your life and remembering that failure is just feedback. You're allowed to tweak, change, and simplify. The real key is building habits that serve you. You don't need to declutter your house every weekend. You just need a little structure, a few routines, and a mindset that says, I can do this. Now that you know how to build systems, get clear on your goals, and create simple daily and weekly habits, the next key to long-term success is a regular reset routine. I have a whole video where I walk you through my Sunday reset, a simple, relaxing way to refresh your home and set yourself up for the week ahead. If you want to make staying organized feel effortless instead of overwhelming, check out that video next. I'll link it right here on the screen and in the description below.